Shalom Aleichem Rabotai. It is the Mishnah Yomi for Zayin Sivan. It is the second day, Motzei, the second day of Shavuot, Shavuos Tov. We are in the 8th parak of Sheviit at Mishnah 11. Yud Aleph Merchatz, a bathhouse. Shehuska b'tevin. It was fired up with tevin o kosh shel Sheviit, sticks and twigs and stubble and straw of Shemitah produce. So they would burn this wood to heat up the water and get the bath nice and warm. Mutter lirchatzba. It's mutter, it's allowed to go and bathe in that bathhouse. So this goes back to the first Mishnah in the parak, that if it's really sticks and twigs that are fuel, they're not machal adam, they're not machal behema, they're fuel, then it's mutter to burn them for anyone, anywhere on Sheviit, so it's not an issue. However, the Mishnah continues, im mithashev hu, hareze lo yirchatz. The Bartner explains, if he's adam chashev, if he's an important person, he shouldn't bathe there, because b'nei adam lemeidim imenu, people will learn from him and think that it's fine to burn anything for Sheviit. So it sounds like that's interesting. What's the problem? But the word mitchashev, some explain, they make him important. If he's a celebrity or a very important VIP, they'll give him VIP treatment, and they will burn not only the normal fuel, the sticks and the stubble and the straw, but they'll add in some nice aromatic herbs and some nice spices, and put something nice in the water or in the fuel to make it smell nice. So they'll give him a VIP treatment if he's a chashuv person, and they'll come to burn things that are machal adam or machal behema, and that would be asur, and people will see this and learn from this, and it will cause a problem. Okay, Mazel Tov on finishing Perek Kol Gadol, on to the 9th Perek. Hapegam, which is rue, Yarbuzin, Yarbuzin the shaitim, is the wild asparagus. V'hahaluglugot, purslane, kusbar, shebaharim, coriander on the mountains. The karpas shebanaharot, karpas of the river. Here they translate celery. Gargar shel afar, and the gargar that grows in the dirt. They say it's a meadow rocket. So these are all items that grow out everywhere. You see the mountains by the river. They're hefker. They're not very important species, and they're kind of all over the place. Pturin mina maisrot. They're pater from tithes, from truma and meiser in a year, not just Shemitah year, because really they're hefker. They're all over the place. So even if they're growing in a privately owned field, the person whose field it is doesn't care about them, doesn't really want them there, and doesn't mind other people picking them, so they're hefker and exempt from tithing. Nilkache mikol adam b'shvit. And on the 7th year, you can buy them from anybody, even in Am Haaretz, who maybe he's not so careful about Shemitah, but because on Shemitah, it's, Bartner explains, Lefisha ein derech hashoma, no one guards these, no one protects these, they're always hefker, so it's no big deal. Somebody went and got them from hefker, not a problem. She'ein kiyotze behen nishmar, because these things, the Mishnah explains, are not protected. So even in Am Haaretz, who maybe is not so careful on Shvius, he doesn't let his field or his garden open to everybody. Even he's not going to illegally lock his garden and not let people in on Shvius. So it's not like he's guarding his rue, which is basically worthless. Very has very little value anyway. He's not going to lock his garden and prevent people legally on Shviut from entering. Behuda mer sviche chardla. Behuda says after growths of mustard, shelo nechshadu alehem ovri avera. These are also mutarin. I forgot the word. They're also mutar shelo nechshadu alehem ovri avera, because even those who break the law aren't suspected of cultivating them and guarding them. Because again, these things have very little value and are all over the place. Rishimon Omer, kol svichim mutarin. Rishimon says all svichim, after growths, chutz misviche kruv, except for cabbages, shenkias b'em birakas sode, because these you don't find out in the field. So after growths of cabbage, they look just like normal cabbage. So somebody might plant a cabbage illegally on the 7th year, and pretend it's sfichim, pretend it's aftergrowths. The other sages say all aftergrowths are prohibited. It's worth noting the Kehati here says even if you could buy certain items that are hefker or not guarded from Amaretz, if somebody is chashud on Sheviit and they're suspected of planting or illegally retaining or guarding Perut Sheviit, you couldn't buy from them bichlal. Shkoyach Rabosai.